All right, ladies and gentlemen, I finally convinced the whackshack to go e85. Ditch that 1960s racing gas cam 2 whatever junk he was using, and he finally put 210-pound Bosch injectors in it, and we swapped it over to e85. We are using a flex fuel sensor just for fun, just to read content. Yeah, really not for too much more. This is the classic whackshack notch that you all know and love. It's a 400-inch motor. It's half filled with concrete now. It has twin billet 78-75 turbos. He has a homemade air-to-water on it, Holley high ram, PTC, converter, a glide, a narrowed 8.8, all the usual suspects. It's running Holley EFI, and it has a single 4303 fuel pump for the testing, and it was on approximately E60 with a little bit of race gas mixed in there, bringing the percentage down. But we'll hit the dyno, we'll make a bunch of pulls, and I'll go over the dyno pulls with the WinPep software, show you the difference, and see how everything does. Enjoy!
Precious is the name of the dog in the hole, it sounds like.
Oh, but it is! Richie, up to here. That sounded good to that. I think 1010? 1096. Woo! Power coming in now. It's getting the battery.
Well, hello there, boys and girls. Thank you for staying for the informative after show, where we will go over what we just saw for the more intellectual types and people wondering how this stuff works and all the background. The dyno pulls are just for the fluff. You know, people just want to see a car rattle the tires, and then here's where we go over it all. Anyway, I'll stop wasting the time. Here was the first hit on the new combo. Well, he just had his motor fixed. Whackshack has some issues, and he's one of those people that's very unlucky, and if it can happen to him, it happens. So he got a nice little refresh. It's still a 400, so we hit it on the lowest boost the wastegates would allow, that being approximately 5 pounds of boost. This was on cam 2. As we can see, let's open up the first hit. Zoom in. We can see here, 5.8 psi max, 20% duty cycle. You know, in the 11s air fuel, still pretty conservative. I changed all those targets once we dumped in the ethanol, and you can see we had 30 degrees and we had 0% ethanol, and back pressure was 9 psi at 5 pounds of boost, and it did make 536 horsepower. Then the next hit, I went right for 14 pounds. Now this is 14 pounds of boost, and it made 723 horsepower. Go right for the log, go for the pull. You can see here, 14.5 psi up top, 20 degrees of timing. Fuel pressure looks good. Average of a 12.0 air fuel. And we have 17 pounds of back pressure, 0 ethanol again. And we made 723. And now for a neat experiment, all we did was dump the race gas out and put in E85. Check this out. This is a fuel-only gain. Number 3. Impressive to say the least. This E85 just impresses me more every day. 20 degrees. For actually a tiny bit less boost if you really want to, you know, scrutinize. A little bit richer air fuel, right on target. Back pressure, 12 psi for 14 pounds of boost. That's 72% ethanol. And check out that gain, boys. Check it out. And some girls. That is a fuel-only gain. Incredible. Gotta love E85. And then as we leaned on the combo, trimmed it up, cleaned it up, we kept making more and more. And then, let's pick a medium ground here. Number 6, 831 horsepower. So data log number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did number 6 look like? Still 14 psi? Yeah, still 14 pounds. 14 pounds of back pressure. 67% E. I trickled in a little bit of timing. So usually ethanol allows you to run a little bit more timing. So on cam 2, it quit. And then I was able to make that, all these gains on ignition only. Pretty incredible. So that's awesome. 830 horsepower on 14 pounds. Number 6, what's number 7? 939. Obviously we must have bumped the boost here a little bit. So that was number 7. Let's go right for the log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much boost did we make? Oh, go away. Okay, so 20 pounds, 17 degrees, 1150 air fuel, 17 pounds of back pressure on 20 pounds of boost, 100 degree inlet temp, 66% ethanol. That made, so 20 pounds and almost 18 degrees of timing. Made 940. Stellar. This is, his alternator kept kicking off. He has a circuit breaker that kept tricking. And this is just part of Ackerman's luck, ladies and gentlemen. So we messed around with the battery charger and finally got his voltage back up. And then here, for this pull, the battery voltage and everything was good. So we made 1041. And this was on the last pull. So let's open up the last one. We'll go over this with you guys. 26.9 pounds. Sorry. 27, 24. Yeah, majority of the run was 24, 25. Up top, I mean, I have an unloaded dyno. That's just what I have, so we can't load it as much as we want. But power flatlined, nice and even. 90 degree inlet temp, 26 pounds. 14 degrees, which I still believe is a little conservative, but again, Ackerman does not have the greatest luck, so we didn't want to set the world on fire. And what's cool here is 26 pounds, 33 psi of back pressure. What about here? 27, 27. Yeah, see, the sensor dances around a little bit, so you can't always take it for gospel, but it's pretty close. It's still pretty close to 1-to-1, which is amazing. So it's funny to see that there is a little bit of, maybe a little bit of power left in this combo. Back pressure 38, 27, 100, 14 degrees, 60% duty cycle. I mean, it's really doing incredible. I bet it would make 1100 tire, and it's easily going to go 7s this year. So there's just a quick look at everything. I know you guys like the info as much as I do. And yeah. 1041. I love looking at that switch where we go from 2 to 3. So this is just E85. No tuning, just changing the fuel. Incredible. And then this is just trickling in some timing, and look at it. It's just loving it, pulling all the way up top. And then for a neat comparison, there is 5 pounds and like 26 pounds of boost. Awesome. And this is, where were we? It did make 8. 840. So that's 14 pounds of boost in the blue and 25 pounds of boost in the red up top on E85 tune-up. Really awesome. Happy to see it go so well for him this time. I can't wait to see him have a hopefully problem-free year of racing for this year. Enjoy.